Yeah, they're calling it Super Monday because the amount of heads of state they're addressing, and of course Xi Jinping's speech are one of the highlights. I've got it here in front of me, and basically used his first speech at the United Nations General Assembly to call for a new type of international relations, respect for sovereignty, different development models where big countries and small countries are treated equally. And in a wide-ranging and compact speech, it only lasted about 15 minutes or so, the Chinese president also said it was clear that in the future, no single power would be able to dominate world events.
The movement towards a multipolar world and the rise of emerging markets and developing countries have become an irresistible trend of history.
And he also said that he wanted the world to reject the Cold War mentality, the mindset where it was a winner-take-all. And the countries now in this globalized world are interdependent and they have common commitments to humanity. He also said China, reassuring the world, stands behind the current model of international relations. He said no matter what the future holds, China would never try and come to dominate any country or carve out, quote, a sphere of influence. He also called for a world where partnerships mattered and not on alliances, military alliances. So really supporting the international system, but also encouraging gradual reform going forward.
Nathan, as we know, China is the biggest contributor of troops to UN peacekeeping operations, and President Xi announced an even bigger commitment.
Yeah, absolutely. Peacekeeping in the United Nations is in a bit of a mess. It lacks men, material, and also deployment. There's a big review underway behind me right now. They pledged for the UN $1 billion fund for peace and development. That's separate from peacekeeping. That got a big round of applause. But for peacekeeping, 8,000 troops for a rapid reaction for UN peacekeeping. They're also going to have a police unit ready to go within hours of a needed deployment. They're also providing $100 million to the African Union for a rapid reaction force there, which often acts as partnership with the UN or from a UN mandate. And obviously, you know, China is very much involved in peacekeeping, as you said, is the biggest contributor to peacekeeping personnel of the permanent 5 members of the Security Council, and this takes it a step further. They're actually meeting now in the rooms behind me to flesh out these new ideas, and these contributions will be very welcome. Also, just want to say to you that there was an upbeat feeling about China's economy. Xi said that they have had rapid development, and he was happy to share that development with the rest of the world.
We are ready to share our development experience and opportunities with other countries, and we welcome other countries to board China's express train of development so that all of us will achieve common development.
Also wanted to talk to the world's audience about the China Dream. What is the China Dream? He said basically it was a project for national renewal and that it was very connected to other countries' dream as well. And he said as China Dream is realized, that it will actually have positive benefits on countries in the region and around the world as well. So a very, very focused speech, a lot of deliverables on this. You know, I've been covering the UN for a long time, and China very much front and center with its vision of the world, which has been somewhat unusual to the past.